Off by like an hour, but that's all right. Hey guys, what's going on? Memes here. Yes, we are back. I am tardy, but what else is new? What's new is we got a whole new year. Fizz, how are you doing in this whole new year?
I hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you hate the new year? What has it
It,
done to you?
there's a meme I've been seeing that's like oh no, instead of 2024 it's just 2023 remastered and stuff like that. Yeah. It, it feels
I
like
mean,
it.
it's not like that's more or less has been what happened the past couple of times or something like that. I mean, we we would not continue to make the same mistakes we have in the past, right? I mean, like we would learn to do better. Maybe try to, I don't know, do the whole thing where you up your game. You may take yourself, some may say, to a whole new level.
So
Well,
2024 is trying to one up 2023 in terms of crapness. Okay. I got it. This may be true. I would hope it's not, but it could be true. A lot of
so
years would have something that like
Oh, I know I should be wary. Still I venture someplace scary. Ghostly haunting, I turn loose.
It's showtime!
go away, Kenny!
I totally haven't streamed in so long. I forgot the clip was actually uploaded to StreamYards. I was going back through my actual like internet account to try to get it from a live stream, but I only usually do that when I go on other people's channels, like Piper's. Hey Joe. Yeah. So I figured I'm like, well, it's been so long anyway. I have to do it at some point. What's the most inconvenient time? Well,
That was
Fizz is
perfect.
starting an entire story, so let's do it then.
It was perfect. You yeah, mid rant. That was perfect. I
Yeah,
laughed
yeah.
and then the
And
kitty
it ended
noticed.
with you yelling at a cat.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna end my rant with anyway. So
So these are the bad kitty.
yeah,
We
yeah, I was ranting
understand.
about the year and then yeah,
Yeah. Happy New Year.
why
The
did
jelly duck
just
of
why
the
go
jellies
away?
and the streaming in the malls and the Joe shouts, my patrons, Joe Franco and Dave M. This broadcast is not made possible by viewers like you. Now, Fizz seems okay. No, she's only sticking a little bit. You got to get the gears working as you're getting into the new year. I know my gears are rusty. Technically, they're probably well oiled. I have a higher fat content than I did when I had left.
Proof that
Just
math
saying.
is bad for you.
It shows when you put tasty snacks around somebody that likes tasty snacks.
Oh
I
yeah,
tend to
that's
eat
true.
tasty snacks.
Tasty
Oh,
snacks can be
we made sure
dangerous.
there's lots of tasty snacks at the
Oh, that's to
monastery.
get you to do the math, yeah.
Yeah, yes.
That's how they get me to do some math. Is they bribe me with candy and stuff.
Yeah. Coffee.
Ooh.
I think even at one point they're like, all right, so coffee is the fuel that helps mathematicians produce pages of mathematical proofs. It's like, I don't think that's an inaccurate statement.
Did you
Might not
did you
be the whole statement, but I think it's an accurate statement.
did you see that? Did you see the Stephen Hawking memes? Have you seen them?
No. Hey, Papa. Now,
Oh boy.
oh no. Fizz, what horrible memes are you sharing with me at the beginning of this year? It's appropriate. Papa just showed up, so
Right? Well, so
should I find it?
look up. Just
Stephen
look up
Hawking is the first Hawking that
Stephen.
comes up.
Oh yeah. I
Name
bet he
which-
is a hot topic right now.
Oh no, what has he done now?
So the court documents have revealed what Stephen Hawking liked going to Epstein Island for.
Oh,
And
I'm not
the
a big
memes,
person to speak
the
ill
meme
of the
gods,
dead.
the meme gods have giveth aplenty.
Now,
Oh my god, my face!
That-
What hell?
I sit back and I'm just like, I hear, I don't know what's going on. Don't harm children. don't harm children. I also remember, I think, in a former Italian prime minister that used to have what he called bunga bunga parties. And apparently, allegedly, he found out after the fact one of the young ladies was not 18 years of age.
So the good news is,
I mean, to be fair, none of this really surprises me. Have you watched The Theory of Everything, the movie thinking about like his life was dramatized?
Oh no, I did not.
This is my base inference that he had a complicated relationship. Like minimal spoilers because this is kind of what happened. Okay, some spoilers.
It's a documentary, right?
It's a dramatization of the story. It's not a documentary. No, like they actually got people to play him. But essentially what happens is as he's like getting ready to finish at like Cambridge University, he ends up getting Lou Gehrig's disease or whatever that particular thing, but the muscular dystrophy. Basically, the doctor said, Stephen, you got like 2 years to live, man. And this is the time he's literally falling in love with a woman who he's like, you can't be with me. I'm going to die. And she's like, Stephen, I will be with you till like the end. And like that's kind of the thing that they got going on. And so they get together, they have a kid, and just condition gets worse. It gets worse, but he doesn't die after 2 years. Spoilers. Like I think Professor Hawking died like 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, so it's like that took place in like the 70s or something like that, the 60s or 70s. So it's like he lived for like an extra like 30, 40 years and stuff. Like he actually had like a pretty dang fulfilled life and stuff, given like his condition and everything. But long story short is him and his wife. It's like I think they kind of had an understanding where it's like, hey, you do this, you do this. I think he also got along well with a lot of his nurses. Like I think he actually stayed with the. Again, don't harm children.
Okay, so what I was gonna say is the court documents. I think he was not about the kids.
Okay. I mean that's one of the things. It's I still remember. I think it was either candidate or President Trump at one point said it's like like them pretty. I remember those comments from a while ago, and it's like
those I guess are about Bill Clinton's preferences. But Stephen Hawking liked naked little people trying to solve complex equations on boards that they couldn't reach. So freaking specific.
What is this from like released documents or is this a
Yes,
meme?
this is official court document.
Oh, that was Stephen Hawking's description of stuff.
That was
because I feel like that's something that he could type out that would be like, here's a condensed version of what I'm trying to say, because that takes sense.
This is what I want to see. This is what I can't remember who they are quoting, but this is what a person or the files. Oh, really? Was that fake?
Fizz, did you mistake a meme for actual court documents?
No, I seen a lot of memes, but
was it a covert meme?
Yeah, it could have been a really good one.
Hey, McCracken. Here's the thing, Fizz. This may come hard to you, but rule 1 of the internet: don't believe everything on the internet.
Oh yeah, no, I learned that when I found out the flying spaghetti monster wasn't real. I was pretty pissed off.
Depending on who you ask about quantum mechanics, they may disagree, but continue.
Oh, okay. I just wanted some flying spaghetti.
There's also the verse where you have the cloudy with a chance of meatballs, where apparently, now I'm not sure how canon the movie was, because I remember there would just happen to be this town. It would rain all this delicious food, and it made me all hungry and everything. And I watched the movie, and apparently the dude was like a meteorologist, and then like he sucked up a meatball. I don't know. All I know is it started to rain and precipitate different tasty snacks, and then the machine kept building and building. The stuff got larger, and then it just started destroying things.
Yeah, too much of a good thing was supposed to be, I guess, the takeaway from that. I want to know why that place wasn't overran by ants, but it's a cartoon. No, okay, wherever it came from, because that was this morning at this point. It looked really dang good.
Yeah, no, it can be sometimes hard to distinguish reality from fiction. I understand.
Easy to see that. Okay. I was gonna say because credible sources were was what I was looking for, and they were repeating it and saying that it was fun.
Wait.
And now I don't know what is real anymore.
So what you're saying is Twitter post Elon Musk versus Twitter pre Elon Musk is essentially the same thing, where pre Elon Musk, if you had a bunch of folks with blue check marks tweeting it, you're like, oh my God, it must be true.
Well,
and then you realize
Musk,
that was not always the case. And now it did, it mean have this. It's like, yeah, other people say things that they think are true that don't end up being true, and now it's people say things that they think might be true end up not being true.
I was laughing at the memes before I even saw the thing that started it all. I just thought the memes were because like his name came out on the list or something. So I was already laughing at the memes. Only one of the memes even had the little people in it. So when I saw the supposed court documents, I waited all day for it to get community noted. And it didn't. So I was like, it was like coming from a fairly, credible source.
I at least have a modicum of thought that this is probably true if it's here from here.
Yeah. There was enough going on that I was like, oh, dang.
Seems plausible.
Right? If they spilling the beans up in here, okay.
That was why I asked. I'm listening to it. And the sheer fact that I was unsure, then I'm like, is that from a court document or a meme?
Sorry. He's doing shit he knows he's not supposed to, because I won't freaking pay attention to him. So he starts destroying my stuff.
We were over this before the show. Cats are natural dicks.
I'm gonna throw him out. I'm gonna throw him out. So I'm gonna make a weird face for a while.
Okay, we're used to your weird faces. But according to Papa Khan, Cthulhu is gonna be pissed about all this religion when he wakes up. I was just saying. I'm like, isn't that public domain? Isn't that that's not Tolkien? That's Lovecraft or something like that. I don't know. When I hear Cthulhu, my only real interaction with that was like C-Thun, which I never actually got to C-Thun. When I was primarily raiding, I ended up joining a guild that basically had it on farm. Still had fun wiping on it, of course, because of reasons and stuff. But yeah, no, it's very interesting. There's going to be a lot of stuff out there, but yeah, it's. Wait a second.
I love my AFK face.
McCracken, are you saying that some things on the internet aren't always true? Imagine my shock.
I think we need a new rule. Everything on the internet is true until community note says it's not.
Oh, God. Don't say that, because when that happens, it's going to be like fizzy. I mean, that's the natural progression of things and everything. Hey, Rick, Happy New Year, my friends. Happy New Year to all you out there. You're in a new year. So I claim a new door is upon us, and we can open it. We could continue to slam our heads against that door as much as we can. Do not promote self-harm. Promote the legalization of dueling. It's consensual combat between consenting adults. But that's a That's another. The spaghetti and meatballs. Oh no!
The
Now
meatballs are the best part.
Oh,
Why even have spaghetti if you don't have meatballs?
yes, everything on the internet is true. Abe Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln.
Looking
Exactly.
forward to interesting. I'm not sure about interesting conjectures, except that depending on whom you ask, some may say, depending on the quantum branch of the wave function you're on, the flying spaghetti monster is real. Just saying. But like Kali,
all of it.
Kali was talking about balls and stuff earlier, and she was kind of like, I realized I should probably add more context before those words come out of my mouth.
I talk about balls all the time.
We know. It's we've seen what happens.
Broken. He broke me. Oh no. Oh dear. You guys. I just want to hug some gold. I'm happy to announce that, or remind everybody that it is Balls Month again over there. So that can happen again. Only I toned it down a little bit so that maybe I won't be so broken and my model will actually react to the hits better without just getting...
That was a lot of balls.
That was way too many balls.
Spheres. Snow spheres. There we go.
Snow spheres.
Snow spheres. We got to sound like we're from Jersey.
Snow spheres.
There we go. Oh, that's good. Oh, wow, that's weird. I'm not used to saying that. Snow sphere. Oh, wow.
Right?
It makes me try to do like, I wonder. See, I think conditioning has a lot to do with like how we develop. It's like, okay, you might have like whatever genetics you have. Okay, you get like some base code, some parameters, and you're going to have your different environmental effects, your nutrition, all this. It's like hopefully being loved in a good way. And all these other things. And it's like, you sit back and it's like, some folks like have no idea why people could act this way. It's like, how deep of a conversation have you had with X number of people? Unfortunately for me, I've heard some horrific things, and I'm like, I don't believe this person has a reason to be lying to me. And even if this is embellished, this is still pretty horrific.
Whoa.
And I think that's why I'm a Massachusetts liberal. But again, I'm talking politics. Yes, says the cowardly man wearing the yellow shirt.
I'm a little bummed because for a second I thought you were talking like biology and we're getting into nature versus nurture and how.
Oh, I was.
But you went a completely different direction.
Yes.
You had me in the first half.
Oh, no. I started jogging down that path. I accelerated. I planted my foot. I did a hard 90-degree turn because light can't change more than like 90 degrees because that's what I learned that from college. Thank you. Because times weird things might happen. I don't know.
And if you try to turn your foot more than that, sometimes it breaks.
Oh, man. I horrifically sprained both my ankles via drugs.
What?
I'm gonna say this. This is one of my most embarrassing stories. So
don't do drugs, kids. You might lose your ankles.
This is true. It was reiterated over the local radio station because they were talking about stupid ways you hurt yourself. So what I did was, I was an internet person. My computer's upstairs in my room. So I brought food up to my room because you're not supposed to bring food to your room because it might attract ants. So I ate my food in my room. And then I was lazy. And the container was still there. And I did my things. And then I did something that may or may not have been legal at the time. Totally illegal now. And then I got up. And I got a head rush. And as I got a head rush, I got a wee bit wobbly. So I took a step. And I stepped right on a piece of Tupperware that was making contact with carpet. And if anybody's ever stepped on a piece of Tupperware and carpet, that son of a gun slides. So I lost my balance. So then I tried putting all my weight down. My ankle rolled, but I managed to push myself back up. So I started tumbling the other way, and then my knee hit the frame of my bed. So I hit my knee. It caused me to stumble more. So then I rolled that ankle, and then I fell down.
But we know how Piper broke herself completely sober.
Wasn't she walking downstairs?
Yeah, she was on like the second to last step carrying something. She was in the middle of saying something too. She was the only sober one, and she was the one that needed help.
This does not surprise me.
I'm going to continue to make fun of her for it because that leg is borked now. It's healed, but mortals have like a time limit and stuff, and I guess their bodies get a little bit crappy over time from like overuse. And if you don't replace the parts, they start to suck.
Like a car.
That because of a different broken ankle that she broke in her sleep, completely sober. The leg that she broke this time was the one that she'd been unconsciously more weight bearing than the other one. She'd been unconsciously babying for years. So that one had a bad knee. Now it's got a bad knee and a bad hip. She's so old.
That's you're not supposed to say those things.
Oh,
you are a strong, mostly independent monster girl. You can say what you want. You might be saying you're not.
I'm always in trouble with Piper anyway, so I stopped trying to sugarcoat things. I'll say it to her face. Piper's old. What's weird is like her body is older than her freaking date, like her expiration date. It's weird. It's aging too fast. It's supposed to be because of stress, but I can't imagine what in the world would be stressing her out so much that she is aging faster than she should be. I don't know what in the world would be stressing her out that much.
See, Fizz, it's if you're on like a single income household and you've got dependents like, I don't know, maybe a kid and a wolf girl and maybe a Vanna and maybe a G Iggity, and all you are eating tasty
and also
snacks.
These freaking cats.
Yes.
And Lobo, but Lobo's cool.
Yes, cool. It's so that's at least a half dozen entities that need tasty snacks to survive, and tasty snacks, unfortunately, are not free.
But they are for me. What gifts?
But because Piper has to buy all those tasty snacks that you continue to eat, and that gets expensive. And if she doesn't have enough money, that might be stressful.
I thought maybe she was a little bit stressed by the work she does. But that
she does make comic books, so in the indie sphere, that's naturally going to increase your drama by like plus 20. I'm not sure why, just reasons. But
no wonder every time I told her that she needs to just take some breaks from working, she would stare at me with this weird look, like she was going to murder me. Very, very killing intent look.
Was it like a pre-pounce look? Like I'm going to hunt you down and eat your soul?
Yeah, actually, before I got used to it, it used to actually be pretty scary.
Oh, and then she never actually took action, so it became less scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, introverts will do that. Not always. Wow, I'm going to get myself in trouble here. Quick, Fizz, dig a hole deeper.
Well, once your mortal bodies break down too much, it's fine because you just go get another one.
Fizz, has somebody explained how like human beings work to you?
The Celestials kind of tried to, and then I checked the internet. It, y'all nasty.
Rule 34. So it's a little harder for human beings to kind of just get like a new form. To be fair, it depends on who you ask. Some folks may say it's very easy. Some folks may say you put in your time and you go retire to, I don't know, some big holographic anti-reverse projection in the sky or a higher dimensional plane most human beings, they don't recycle it. We don't have a human factory where you just pop into a new meat suit, at least not yet.
Oh, that's true. Not yet. Not this dimension. Not yet. But that's not even what I meant. I meant reincarnation. You won't get to be you anymore. You got to start all over. It's like losing a video game. You got to start all over. And you don't get to keep the first memory save. You have to save over top of it. So you won't remember jack all usually. Once you do it a couple million times, you actually might. But yeah, no, you still get to start over. You just don't get to be you.
Now, could you have some overlay, like something that would make this quest? Because I forget what game it is, but you need to keep on going up this tower, and eventually you can only get so far because there's limited items. You can only level up so much. But you got to keep a few things. I forget whether it's skills or a couple items, and then it makes each playthrough easier and easier until you finish.
Oh, you mean like the roguelike games that are so fucking frustrating, like Hades? Oh my god, rogue games.
I have not played any of those, but
well, that's like that. Although in most of them you get to be you, but you do get to keep a little bit. It is kind of like that. Once you put out enough energy, once your output of energy is big enough to actually start holding on, then you know where you get like child prodigies and shit?
Oh?
That's how you be getting them.
Oh.
Well, not the ones that actually have like their brains are wired specifically. So they're a prodigy, they're a savant in like one area. But
is it something like this?
Do enough bad shit. What I always ask the Celestials, and I didn't understand, right, is if you rack up a bunch of bad karma, you do a bunch of bad stuff to other people and animals and whatever with your life, then your next one is going to be pretty shitty. And I never understood that, though, because you don't know what you did that you're being punished for. You just know you're being punished. But if you even know that, a lot of humans don't even realize they're being punished.
Oh.
So yeah, no, but you can get punished in your next life if you even get one at that point. And I thought it was so dumb because the person doesn't remember, so they don't know what they are even being punished for. Their next life, they could be a good person and having a crap time just because they're being punished for somebody they were before. But yeah, you do it enough, you build up enough of that energy. You guys call it like spirit and souls and stuff like that. The thing that makes your mortal body go brr, until it can't go brr no more. Yeah, you rack up enough of that, and you will start in the terms of like muscle memory. You might just end up being like a really bright kid really early. Good stuff like that. Well, eventually. Dung Beetles knew what they did.
To be fair, I mean, if there is going to be, I don't know, the keeper of the crap to go through it, would be the noble dung beetle. But Rephra saying that I don't think having past or future lives matter. you don't remember them really, it's kind of a moot idea. Well, that's a very fair point. It can
Exactly,
be interesting.
though.
Ooh, to be fair, aren't we remote viewing right now? Like, aren't we like remotely viewing? Like, I'm on like the East Coast in the United States in the greater Boston area. Fizz is somewhere, who knows where in the digital realm, and everyone else is. Yeah, it can easily. Actually, I know there's at least folks from at least a couple of different continents there right now, so it's pretty cool. But yes, I'm the high. Fizz was saying words I did not want to be associated with. So if there's anything I've learned from the internet, if you're on with someone controversial but you don't want to tell them, you turn off your camera or you hide. So there's less association with that person. So in case people clip things and show them to folks because you then become a terrible pariah, then they'll have the proof.
What did I say that was controversial?
You're talking about a gal's age. Fizz,
Oh.
you know that's on your bio. You're not supposed to say those things.
What? We're not supposed to talk about ages?
Oh, excuse me. You have weight on. That's what you're saying. You're not supposed to ask a lady about. I stand correct.
Yeah.
No, I read your bio at one point. It's like you don't ask a lady that. So I just connected that to age and then realized it was actually connected to weight. So
No, I think you're right though. I think the internet said that you're not supposed to ask a lady her age.
Well, to be fair, well, asking. See, that was an easy one around that. See, I usually do the whole. It's like, when did you graduate from high school? I'm not asking a woman her age. I'm simply utilizing a social metric by which I'm like, all right, I'm going to assume it's 18, and even if it was less, as long as it was not that recent, the person's going to be over 18. Hopefully.
Wow, I think that's why the humans keep doing that thing on Twitter where they say, reply to this with your first favorite cartoon and crap like
Without
that.
actually telling us your age, tell us your age. Yeah, because we're not collecting data or anything.
Nice. I just said she was old. I didn't say an age either. See?
That's worse. That's worse. That's what it's okay. I think the concept space of women and age. There's an intersection there. Oh my god. I'm going to get myself in so much trouble right here for so many reasons.
This is going to be the best episode ever, guy.
Okay. All right. So the concept, or at least the whole concept of I remember people were freaking out, intersectionality. Oh my god, SJW. I'm like, I've seen people rant and rave.
LMNOPQRSTUVWXYZ. Yeah. All of the letters. But the age is
those weren't all the letters.
Numbers.
It
was some of them.
So I think it's the concept of a lot of times the feminine form has been, let's say, put up. Why do I keep in? Oh God, I'm in so much trouble now. But okay, the whole concept of gals, their age, people. Oh God, it's the whole concept. It's like it's rude because unfortunately, historically, let's just say there may have been some forms of idolatry, if you would, for better, for worse. You could argue that they're both worse because at that point, if you're treating a human being as a thing rather than a person, that's not cool. It doesn't matter how you do it and everything. And I get it. People act and people do this and everything. It's very hard. We have heroes and then we have villains and we have the good people and the bad people. And the good people are good and the bad people are bad. And we know this. Why? Because other folks around us let us know. Because if they didn't tell us, how else would we know to be so angry about different things? I've realized I've literally gone down a spiral when I was trying to talk about a different category. It's rude because you can make a person feel bad about themselves.
Before we go anywhere else, I just want to say that this hike has been amazing because we started with asking a woman her age is rude to the battle of good versus evil.
You're welcome. Welcome to 24, everybody. But oh my God, Rick, no, I had worse. I saw a cute girl at the gym that I'd seen for a while. I saw her a bit later. I'm looking, I'm like, oh, she must be pregnant. And then after a while, I didn't see her again. And then she had lost a lot of weight. I'm like, oh, when did you have the baby? She wasn't pregnant. Those were not the right words to say to a young lady, especially when you wanted to ask her out on a date. Her friend with me, too. Oh, that was like, oh.
Also, now we know that memes likes MILFs.
Duh.
But
I.
oh my God. Never.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Never
Wow.
assume. Never, ever, ever, ever.
All right, Rafa, be safe, my friend. Yes, the eternal dumpster fire that is breaking them up. See, I thought I had screwed myself over for futures in politics before, but that right there, my friends, whew, that was a whole other level. It's like I realized I was getting into a can of worms. Sometimes you just dive in Earthworm Jim style.
She really will. She really will remember that for the rest of her life. She will.
Wow.
I have an instance that lives in my head rent-free, and it didn't even happen to me. It happens in front of me.
Oh.
An old dude asked a girl when her baby was due, and she started crying, and she was like, bro, I'm 13 years old.
Oh.
She was tall. She was taller than me. And she was a 13-year-old. But,
Hi, Sherry.
Yeah.
Welcome to 2024. We're talking about very uncomfortable moments and everything. And yes.
Yeah, it didn't even happen to me, but it happened right in front of me. And just she instantly started crying. And she's like, I'm 13 years old. What are you talking about? And the dude had like no foot class, right? So it's an old dude. Kind of from a different time and still living in it. So he's just like, sorry. You looked pregnant. Like, he's just fucking making it worse in trying to apologize. He just modied on like she wasn't crying. Like just, oh, my bad. Like, whoops. Thought you were pregnant.
Okay.
Bye.
Says, okay. As somebody that's been in that situation, what do you do? What's the comeback? So it's like, oh, when are you due? I'm not pregnant. Oh, that is literally the Homer Simpson meme of.
Yeah.
Oh no, my green screen worked.
That's essentially what I think he was trying to do. Because all I know is that little old hunched over dude that was hunched over looking shorter than me disappeared like magic. Like,
oh no, you don't stick around that place. You're gonna spot from there as possible. It's like the amount of walkers you created, and it's like, especially it's like there's a difference between, it's like, all right, so maybe you're kind of a dick. That's the thing where it's like you didn't mean to, so it's like, all right, it was kind of a dickish move, but it really came off as an asshole thing because it's that one of those things where it's like, yeah, talking about somebody's butt and you yes, do not assume pregnancy.
Yeah, dude, this dude with his cane, man, he disappeared. She stayed there, standing there for a bit. So that lives in my head because it was really heartbreaking. And she didn't even. The problem is where people sometimes wear their weight.
Everybody's body type is different. It's just one of those.
It's where your body looks small and only your belly looks big, so people just assume pregnancy. With some people, that's just genetics. That's where that also could be puberty. That's different thing. Yeah, everything's growing at different rates, and if she was like 13, yeah, she was going through it. And I think if he knew, like, if she was like an average 13-year-old height, he wouldn't have been like that. But she was taller than me. And I'm at least in my hundreds. I can't remember. I'd have to ask Luna, but yeah, she could play basketball. She's tall. So I think he's at least assumed that she was, your average mom age, I guess, new mom age or something. But
I don't want to grow up. I don't want to.
I'll never forget it.
Continue.
Oh, that was it. I was just saying, I will never forget that happened right in front of me. Because, kind of, sort of after the old dude booked it, I did book it as well. Because I'm socially awkward, and I was like, that happened right in front of me. Now there's a crying girl right in front of me.
What do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do? Do I
Right?
console the person? What do I say about that? It's like, wow.
Yeah, that was me. I was like, I feel her pain. I was given way too much empathy, honestly. So that's why it lives in my head rent free. So I felt her pain, and
What?
and I was sad for her, but I'm also socially awkward and not good at strangers in person. So yeah, I was like,
That's the point where it's like, I either gotta play really cool older sister / aunt, or just get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I felt like either she's gonna be upset at me not minding my business and having like acknowledged that I witnessed that, or I'm, just gonna pretend like I didn't just witness that and be in the clear a lot more, bigger chance of being in the clear. Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I'm so God. I'm going to hell for so many reasons. Now, just remind me of this part of this episode, because it's like, no, it does happen. It's like certain folks, like depending on how you grow in certain ways. And Ren Stimpy highlighted this, I think, kind of well.
Man, don't yell at me. I'm a good boy.
Oh.
Now, notice Stimpy, our young pubescent cat there, apparently is quite stressed out for a number of reasons. His body has been going through changes. We saw acne. We saw other things. It should be a little bit more, so at least we won't get copy struck.
Mr. Sensitive, I'm a good boy.
Just extend your spine out like that, because that's how it totally. I'm not a doctor. Nothing on breaking that multiverse should constitute medical advice. Please consult your doctor, an attorney, or any other professional. Let us crazy people rampantly speculate our own. Thank you.
I do want to say that Piper once said that for her it felt like she went to sleep a kid and then just woke up with honkers and hair. That it felt very sudden, that it seemed very sudden. The moodiness I bet lasted forever, because she's still moody. But she said the physical changes felt like they happened overnight. She just woke up and was like, what's this? My shit don't fit.
Okay, hold on. I need to modify this real quick. So, according to your description of Piper's experience with puberty, it went something more like this. I just really needed the.
The car sound.
Yep, I don't know. I love the Foley theme. It's just I always liked when it come out just because he was so crazy and he did. Oh my! It's like you get thrown off a Hell in the Cell. You go through the Spanish announce table, because it's always got to be the Spanish announce table, because it's like But yes, and then you get choke slammed through. Aren't there a whole bunch of thumbtacks and everything? It's like that is a book I read. Mick Foley, Mankind, The Tale of Blood and Sweat Socks. We both shared the most intense, painful injury of our lives. Pulling your groin. Oh. Oh, oh, because you can't do anything. You can't do anything. You can barely move or anything like that. Oh man, I folded reaching for a phone in bed because I didn't want to get up. I was that lazy.
How does that even happen like that?
Yeah, a weird contortion. You're sleeping away so long. Your muscles are this way. You hear a phone. You're like, oh, maybe it's one of my friends. You go reaching it while being lazy, and you haven't stretched, and you do just the wrong thing, and your groin goes, nope, 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 nope. He got it from a car accident. I got it freaking in bed, and not even in a pleasant way.
I mean, that's how Piper broke her ankle the first time. Her first ankle, her other ankle, whatever. Was in bed.
Wait, what did she do?
Oh, the first time she broke a bone that she knows about was in bed. Before her medicine, she used to have very violent night terrors and stuff and hurt herself in her sleep very often, usually swinging arms and punching and kicking and fighting her way out of whatever she was dreaming about. And one such fight, she kicked, she thinks she kicked her metal bed in a certain way or something like that. She remembers waking up with tears streaming down her face and her foot hurt really, really bad. But since she didn't know what happened, she just kind of willed herself to go back to sleep through the pain and didn't care. So when she woke up that morning, her foot was a little swollen, but her shoe still fit, so she didn't think nothing of it. She didn't find out that she had broken it until about a month later, when she finally complained that ankle kept randomly giving out on her while she walked. That's what sent her to get an x-ray of it, was the fact that walking wasn't painful. It was just a pain in the ass. And she looked more clumsy than usual, and she was getting tired of it. And that's when they came in with the x-ray in hand, and he went, did you know that you broke your ankle? Seems to be fairly recent, but also it's definitely set. And he said that it healed wrong because she'd been walking on it, that it was a little off. And then he said, but the only way to fix that was to re-break it, to reset it correctly. And she immediately noped out of that because her stupid ass, her stupid 15-year-old butt, imagine something like Misery going on where a doctor's just going to bring out a sledgehammer and smash her ankle to set it right.
The Acme ankle smasher.
Yeah. She was like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine with it this way. I laughed too hard and apparently my spirit went AFK.
Welcome, Philippe. We're learning a lot today about people and breaking their ankles while asleep.
That's why her stuff is called Adventures of Piper, man, because she has them even in her sleep. And
she's been battling baddies and demons and stuff like that for years. Well, that's a resume.
But yeah, okay. You know, she never looked into it. She never bothered looking into what it really was. Because, at that point, she was 15 and she noped out of it. Her mom was happy that she noped out of it because that just meant less she had to pay attention to her, honestly. And so she wore a brace thing. She was supposed to wear it for a month. It lasted a week before she got tired of it. Just somehow, eventually, her ankle just stopped giving out on her. But she developed a bad knee on the other leg because it became more weight-bearing. It was babying the other one.
Compensating.
Yeah. For it not walking right. And then those stairs happened, and now she's extra fudged.
Oh, that's... I still remember hearing that story, and I'm like, I mean, that's such a fantastical story, and it's like, here's the itinerary. Everything goes peachy keen. Less than 24 hours to leave.
Yeah.
I break both my legs.
Yep. Well, one ended up just a sprain. But it was a sprain, and it was the same area that was broken when she was 15. Like, that was the area. In fact, she's pretty sure that it's that foot's fault that the other one got broken. But the
Going
best
way
part
back.
was she tried to play it off like she was okay and immediately got off the floor and started trying to walk it off.
That's no, your body doesn't like that. No, you don't keep going like that. I did that when I busted my back doing deadlifts the wrong. Oh, let's just keep on going. Sure, it's fine. Let's finish off this workout. It's like, oh my god, it's not getting any better.
Oh, but she
this
jumped
is
to her
probably,
feet and
it's
was
probably
like,
a bad idea.
And was
Should probably
like,
seek medical
"I'm okay."
attention.
She tried not to. She jumped to her feet. She was like, I'm okay. Voice is a little sore.
It's still good. It's still good.
She walked on it. She walked on it the rest of that night. It wasn't until like she agreed to go to sleep with a bag of frozen peas on it.
Frozen peas
on the worst one, because the broken one, like, it swole huge immediately. Both of them were turning black with bruising, but the actual broken one swole much bigger than the other one. So she agreed to the peas. And she was just like, I'll just need to wake up a bit earlier to get on the plane because it's going to take me a little longer. If my leg is sore, it might take me a little longer to get ready and get through the airport. And so she slept, and so she woke up and tried to get ready, and immediately that leg said nope. That leg would not let her stand on it. It wasn't even like just a pain. Like, the whole thing was just refusing, from the knee down, was refusing to like cooperate. It was so pissed.
Oh my god.
What's even better is she still tried to make her flight by crawling around getting ready. She crawled around up there, finished packing, was crawling around. I think still took a little shower. I can't remember. But yeah, she was crawling around getting ready, and finally, even though she was almost ready to go, she was finally like, so I think maybe I need to push back the flight. And she thought she could just push it back a day and go to, like an urgent care and get told what's up, get some brace or something. And she thought she'd be kosher a day.
Yeah. It's as I know Dragon Ball Z can be very convincing, but eating but a single bean usually doesn't fully heal you and all your injuries and restore you to full HP and ki.
Yeah.
At least not the beans I've had.
Wait, what I know this. It was Piper that didn't. Piper just thought she could walk off a broken leg. And she was very pissed that she couldn't.
So because she became severely injured at an especially inconvenient time, is like, I'll just walk it off.
Mm-hmm. She tried to walk, and then she tried to crawl it off. Like, she tried to crawl her ass to her flight to go.
Nah.
When she went to the urgent care, dude, the doctor hadn't even taken the x-ray yet. He was like, oh yeah, that one's broken. That one's broke as fuck. I was laughing there.
So Piper was basically kind of like this.
Aside, worthy adversary. 'Tis but a scratch. A scratch? Your arm's off. No, it isn't. Well, what's that then?
I that's the immediate thing that comes to mind. It's like, what's this? Oh, it's just a little sprain. It's just a little scratch. It's fine.
Just a flesh
It's fine. Oh, get a little foam thingy. You'll be all set. Okay, maybe grab the crutch. No.
There's unfortunately, it's like some darker reasons why she's like that when she gets injured or surgery and whatever, and like refuses to listen to the bed rest and stay off the whatever part. There's some reasons for that. Although her first broken ankle had set a precedent for what she assumed would happen with broken legs, I guess, in the fact that, oh, I'll walk on it, it'll just be annoying. It'll just be a little annoying. It might give out, so I got to be careful. But I can totally walk on it and leave. No, this one did not let her do that. This one was also a different broken bone on a different spot, and it was a different kind of fracture. So that's probably why it didn't let her do that. But she didn't know that at the time. She was just like, I've broken one before, and I walked. I didn't walk just fine, but I walked.
Was it a compound fracture?
Luckily. But it was
I remember those.
It was a big spiral crack down her fibia. I think it's the fibia. The one that's not the weight-bearing bone, but apparently was
the fibula, the
like
back one. Yeah, the fibula is the back one. Tibia is the big front one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it was a spiral. Got to see it. It's kind of bitching. Kind of cool looking. Whereas her other broken ankle was on the tibia, which is crazy that she could walk on it. That's the weight-bearing one. But it was just a line, a straight-ish line. Unfortunately, it did set because she had been walking on it. It probably would have healed straight if she had known it was broken. So it is like just a tiny bit shifted, and that just makes her whole body want to compensate, I guess, for it being weak. So her walk is actually like, she had to, at some point, she did a study thingy about her gait, I guess. And that's how she realized just how much she was compensating for the one leg by putting way more. It was because her knee was going bad, and they're like, why? Why is your knee being crap? That was why.
So what you're saying is Piper essentially did this to modern healthcare.
Look, I'll have your leg. Right. Right, I'll do you for that. You what? Come here. What are you going to do, bleed on me?
I'm sorry, that's so... Oh, that's so... I love that movie so much.
I mean, not me, but yeah, part of someone's childhood. Big part of someone's childhood, yes.
It's now, some of us may have felt this way before, but
I'm invincible! You're a loony. The Black Knight always triumphs! How about you? Come on, then.
it just looks at it. It's just his response is just.
All right, we'll call it a draw. Come, Patsy.
Oh, that's such a. I'm sorry. I don't know. That movie is just so dang fantastic there. But all right, so going for an hour. Thank you so much for all who have joined us now and temporally in the future.
Oh shit! I'm kind of sorry that this show ended up being about how Piper's old and broken.
And we've come full circle, folks. Liz, what do you got coming up in the beginning of this new year here?
I'm still healthy. Yeah, I'm gonna be on Twitch playing video games. In like 2-ish hours ish. I'm playing. I started Cyberpunk over. because I was told that if I want to play the new DLC, I really just need to start the game over. That my save is going to be borked. Which kind of sucks. But this time chat's participated more, which has been a lot of fun. And my character still has a wiener.
That's good to know. We have learned.
I didn't get to use it my first save, and I was level 22. I was pretty fast.
I'm unaware with the intricacies. I know you can have a crazy eyeball that does interesting stuff and things. I have heard of that, and well, it's an adult game for adult people, and I'm sure that's totally how all of that has been handled.
Oh yes, definitely super mature. I got the biggest boobs and the biggest dick, and the biggest dick is very tiny, and the biggest boobs are very tiny. It's very upsetting. The game lied.
Aren't there? Not that this matters, but aren't there modding communities?
It's cyberpunk, dude. This thing is so broken on its own that I'm scared to add any mods.
Well, but if you break it enough, maybe it will fix it and stuff. Because I remember it's just don't mess with the MPQ files or whatever it is. That was what one of those guilds did back in what is it? Cthulhu or Ankara, the Ankara dungeon. So because basically, if you remove a couple of blocks on like the platform after you kill the first boss, you can literally just like have like a mage or somebody feather fall down to like right where Seathon is, and then you could have like everybody down. Yeah, that was hacking. See, that was hacking.
Yeah.
It's like
Bah.
hey, to be fair, it's like, well, I'm not saying I may or may not have participated with a group where we DI'd Razor Gore because there was an Aussie guild and the lag was terrible in there. Just let us like wipe on Velstress. That's all we're asking. We just don't want one person to. We didn't have the gear. We did not have the gear to do the DPS enough. Oh, it took so much. It's so funny how just once you get to certain levels and certain tiers, all of a sudden the things that were impossible become very trivial.
Yeah.
Welcome, LDG. But, okay. Happy New Year, my friend. But we're just wrapping up here. Fizz and Piper's stuff and things. They're in the doobly-doo. I threw them there in the chat. But Fizz, any final words for the good people?
Yeah, come and hang out with me on Twitter. I don't talk about this stuff nearly as much over there. Usually because I'm making random noises in reaction to the game. Or being bullied by the chat a lot more. You guys are too nice. Y'all keep letting me talk. My chat does not let me talk.
Your chat is like,
you finally flipped.
Yeah. And sometimes they remember that it's balls month and they throw some balls at my face.
Oh, you heard it here, folks. If you want to, if you like snow spheres and wolf girls.
That is so weird that I cannot say the word without like feeling like I'm doing an accent.
You gotta bring out your inner Jersey gal right there. So you like snow spheres and wolf girls, check out the Fizz on the Twitch in like 2 hours. So
I got you some snow spheres. I'm gonna be saying that over there now. I'm broken. You broke me. Oh no. Oh dear. You guys. You guys. I just want to hug some gold.